Hey everyone, it's me. Welcome to the series 1 Minute in the Word. We're looking at the book of Acts. This is part 2. Let's dive right in. Acts chapter 8, beginning at verse 26. The Spirit said to Philip, "Go over to this man who is reading." So Philip went up to him and heard him reading the prophet Isaiah. And Philip asked him, "Do you understand what you're reading?" And he said, "How can I, unless someone guides me?" And he urged Philip to come up and sit with him. Now the one who was reading was an Ethiopian official, a court official of Candace, queen of Ethiopia. And he was sitting in his chariot. The book of the prophet Isaiah was open, and he was reading Isaiah aloud. So Philip then began to speak, and said to him, "I have good news to tell you. Come and hear." So he got down from the chariot, came up to him, and told him the good news about Jesus. Now as they were walking along, the Spirit said to Philip, "Now baptize him." So he called for water and baptized him. And when they had come out of the water, the Spirit of the Lord suddenly took Philip away. And the Ethiopian, having seen him, was very glad. He also went on his way greatly rejoicing. And so we see here in Acts chapter 8, verses 26 through 39, Philip and the Ethiopian official. We don't usually think of Ethiopia and being connected with the gospel, but actually the Ethiopian was actually the first person outside of Israel to become a Christian. And it's really interesting to see how God was working even at that time, even in Ethiopia, to bring salvation to people. I think there's two important things that we see in this passage. First of all, we see that God was directing Philip's steps. So Philip was simply obediently walking where the Spirit told him to go. And this teaches us that we need to be sensitive to the voice of the Spirit in our lives. Sometimes the Spirit will lead us to a certain place. Sometimes the Spirit will lead us to a certain person. We need to be sensitive to the voice of the Spirit. If we are, He will direct our steps just like He did with Philip. Secondly, we see here a very simple gospel presentation. Philip didn't do a lot. All he did was he spoke, and he told this Ethiopian official the good news about Jesus. But notice the result. The man believed, repented, and was baptized. So may that encourage you to simply present the gospel clearly and lovingly, because God is going to be the one to do the work in people's hearts. And so let's learn from Philip. Let's go where the Spirit leads us. Let's present the gospel clearly and lovingly. Let's trust God to do the work in people's hearts. I hope this encourages you. If it did, would you let me know? In the comments, would you share this with someone else? And also, make sure you tune in tomorrow for another video in the series, 1 Minute in the Word. We'll see you then. Bye for now.